Welcome to part 3 of the Wave Survival first-person shooter tutorial. In this part we're going to be making the heads-up display and some variables that go along with it that we're going to use later in the tutorial as well. Depending on the length of this video, I might break it up into 2 parts because it's going to be a bit of a long one. There's quite a bit to add. But by the end, we're going to have a nice heads-up display with some great information for us. And yeah, let's get started. So we're going to start with the first-person character, and we're going to simply add an ammo counter and kill counter at the bottom corner of the screen. So to start, right-click in the content browser, and we're going to add UI, and we're going to add a widget blueprint. From there, we'll name it something like text display, because that's all we're going to be showing is text. So open that up, and the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to add some stuff. So we've got our canvas panel here, and we're going to need to add some text. So grab it and put it right into the area. Maybe make it concise to content. Size the box to the content there. And make it a little bit bigger. Or not. I guess there it is. Make it a little bit bigger, or a lot bigger. Whatever size you want. 62 is probably too big. 40 is probably good. And we'll just kind of stick that in the bottom corner. So that's pretty good. And we'll change the text here, call it ammo. So we're going to need another one, text, bring that in, kind of copy the same stuff from here. 40, size to content. But for this one, we're just going to put a bunch of zeros. Line that up here. Yeah, that looks about even for now. Can always take the time later and fix that. We're also going to change the anchor. Anchor that to the bottom corner. So the reason why this is zeros is because we're going to change that through a binding. So we're going to go and create binding. And split these up a bit. And break that off there. Now this part's very easy. All we're going to do is cast to first person character. The object is going to be get player character. Bring that over here. And since we've already made the ammo variable, we're going to get player ammo and simply attach that into the return value node. Connect those together. And there we go. We have an ammo counter on our screen. That way we know when to reload and when we are reloading. We don't have to kind of guess, which is always helpful. So compile, save that. Next one we don't have a variable for, so we're going to have to go make one. We're going to call it player kills. And we're going to put that in the first person game mode. So we're going to open full blueprint editor on that. Right click. No, don't even need to do that. Variable, add a new variable. Call it player kills. Change that into an integer. Compile, save. So from here, we're going to need our third person character, our enemy, whatever you decided to name it. And when it's hit by a projectile, before we destroy the actor, we're going to cast to first person game mode. Grab one of those. Object get game mode. Stick that underneath there. And then as a first person game mode, we're going to set player kills. Alt to get rid of that one. Attach those two together. There. And then we're going to plus integer, and we'll also get the player kills. So it's going to get the player kills, add one, then set it, and then we'll destroy the actor. Compile and save that. Go back to our text display widget, and we're going to create essentially what we did down here, recreate it for our player kills. So I need another text box. Size to content, call it kills with 2 L's. Put that there. Change the size to match the other one. We'll kind of line up as best we can for now. That was pretty close. And grab another one, slap it on there. 0, 0, 0, 0. Change it to 40. Line it up with the other one. Could probably... yeah, that's pretty close. Yeah, close enough. And change the anchors to the bottom corner. And we'll do the same thing with the kills. We're going to go create binding. Cast to first person game mode. Object get game mode. And then we're going to get player kills. And stick it right in there. And there we go. So now we can go get rid of that and close that as well. and need our first person character. And okay, so there's an event to begin play. What we can do here though, because we want to use this to add our new widget so that we can see it. So we're going to create a sequence. And the first thing I want it to do in the sequence is create widget. And we're going to get our text display. And then we're going to add to viewport. And that way we can see it when the game starts. So let's give that a try. There we go. You can see it's counting the ammo. And when we hit one, we get a kill. Now, the timer is something else that we're going to need to work on. We can actually change that right now. Go ahead and save the project. We're going to need our wave spawners. Actually, not the first one. We'll just need the second one for now. And you can apply this to other ones if you have made them. Actually, I guess we do need the first one, because I need a number from it. So we want to get our max enemies number. And now that we're tracking the player kills, we can take our timer event here. Actually, you know what? No, we'll leave the timer where it is. We'll put it on the event tick. We'll get a branch. Wow, a branch. And our condition will also actually need to cast to first person game mode, because we're going to need our player kills number. So get game mode, player kills, and our last one was, the number was 6, is the max enemies in the scene. So that's what we're going to set our condition as. So we'll go equals and 6. So that way when we hit 6 kills, it's going to start spawning the next wave. And we don't have to worry about them, each wave spawning on top of each other, one after another, with no delay. Otherwise, things would get laggy and overwhelming. Pile, save, and that's all we need to do there for now. And like I said, you can keep adding that to the other waves that you've made. Simply just add that little section and change the number of player kills that you're looking for. Another thing we can add to the enemy is roaming feature, so that it's not just standing there stagnant when it's if it doesn't see anybody. So what we want to do to get that going is another custom event. Call it AI roam. And we're going to drag off of here and get AI move 2. Another reference to self. Put that in the pawn. And the destination, we're just going to get a random point. And then radius, change that to 5,000. And then we're going to get actor location. Stick that on there. And then we're going to add a delay, maybe half a second, and then we're going to call the AI roam function. Just make it a loop. And that way, if it doesn't see the pawn, then it'll just kind of wander. It should wander. So that didn't work. Begin play. Call the AI roam. Yeah, so now they're running around like crazy people. Now it's not perfect because obviously the enemies see us, but they're kind of wandering around still anyways and running in circles.